So,
what do you think of this new tool that I just got?
yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and this is one of those niche tools that for sure. I mean, for like carpentry.
I thought you said there's not a lot to say about it.
Well, there's not a lot, but yet there is a lot. It's that niche tool, and there's a lot to be said about it. But then it's kind of, it's definitely more meaningful than just say to this day cordless impact, because every company has one.
Oh, by the way, we got an atomic DeWalt that we're gonna probably do right after this. So, what type of battery?
So Makita 18 volt. You know, pretty much half of our lineup is powered by these things.
How do you swing this thing? Is that thing stuck
So
like in that position?
Pull the lever, you can go straight up. Actually, it's a little negative right there, but and then it always locks out right there to protect your hand. And you can't even pull the trigger for that matter. And then you just pull this knob and it lets you rotate and lock it.
So you can't pull the trigger when you go down
past 90.
Yeah,
I can't even pull it.
So that's a little misleading. One of the areas I saw that they show that this thing has like over 180 or not 180, like 160 degree. That's not true. It's 90 degrees of.
Yeah, you can check it out right there. There's a.
90 degrees of function.
See that little ramp right there? That's gonna cause it to lock out.
Yeah.
When I pull this over, won't even let you do it.
So it's really easy. So how do you change a blade in this thing? Blade. How do you change a belt?
So you pull this lever and just take it off. But in most belt sanders cases, you won't even have to do that because it'll rip and just fly off itself.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
So you just make sure the directions are correct. There's a direction on the belt and then direction arrow on this.
Oh, and by the way,
and then just
Darren and Harley with Confident Home Solutions, licensed general contractor, builder, remodeler in North Carolina. And yeah, I think we're going to use this tool.
Whoa! Another function I just found. Okay, we're going to get to that in a minute. So I'm going to kick the knockout lever over. And this knob over here adjusts side to side.
So as you spin that, it's walking it left to right. Yeah. So that almost all belt sanders, I think all belt sanders have that adjustment because some belts are going to walk left to right.
You see how this light is pointed straight ahead? So you're sanding straight ahead. You want the light straight ahead, right? Well, what if you're sanding this direction? I noticed there's something funky here. You can actually tilt the light down.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not sure if it goes. No, it doesn't go any further, but
that's quite a ways. That's cool.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Not a whole lot to it. There's handle.
So you've already
variable speed.
It sounds like the motor's kind of. What's that clicking and all that garbage?
That's the belt.
Oh, we'll take it off. Okay. All right, so it's just the belt. All right. So we've already had one other belt on here, other than this one, because he did use this for 5 seconds, literally. I have not touched a piece of wood with it yet. So, the handle. What's the deal with the handle? Does that?
Yeah. So, sound like this horseshoe clamp. And you just thread the nut, and there's a little notch in there to put it on. I would show you guys, but it's a hassle to take the thing on and off.
Well, it's not that big a deal. Take it off.
Yeah, okay.
And people are going to be like, well, what does he mean about half hour?
So there's a notch right there. And then you just line it up with that hole there.
Cool. A little notch. Okay. Yeah.
This is the hassle I was talking about.
Okay.
Just tighten it up.
Is it just one speed? I think there's a couple things we need to cover. Is this just a one trick pony?
No, variable speed. The trigger's not variable speed, because that was one of my first thoughts. Is the trigger variable speed? No.
It wouldn't. I actually would have liked it to bend.
Yeah, I would have liked it, but
and the reason why we say that is our DeWalt multi-tools are variable speed.
Yeah.
And I use that. I use that function.
It's a lot easier to have a variable speed trigger than a dial, because then you're like flipping the tool over. You're like, wait, rather than just having the trigger, you just gas it a little bit harder and you have it right there and stuff.
But they have to have this set because they're anticipating you locking engagement.
Right, yeah.
But they could have both. They could
have both. Yeah, they could have both.
I think they could have both.
Yeah.
Either way. So
because we have a couple tools that are that way.
You can lock this nut down. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything else on this? It's pretty
A
light.
little dust clean out right here.
Good handle.
I'm assuming this is. I have no idea what this is, but I'm assuming they think that dust is going to pile up right there over time.
Okay. So we ended up opting to get the 3/8 because currently that's the one that's available. It says it's 6 to 1700 RPMs. It has a brake. Apparently it has a headlight, so it's DOT legal. Speedometer, and there's the gear shifter. Excellent. We can put this on our other channel, the Jeep channel. All right, so now what do we do?
We're going to use it.
So the truth is sometimes walls are not flat.
Yeah.
Whatever, and we have to work with what we have to work with. And we go fit it up and we find out this is what we're dealing with. This is one thing I wondered about here, how well this would work. Yeah, I think there's a lot of finessing and fitment that this thing is just going to work fantastic on. It's dusty though,
Yeah.
and this thing already fell off, so I don't know what I think about that. And I probably didn't help the little belt by sharpening a chisel, but
It says it can be
it
used
is
in
what it
metal,
is.
so
So I think this is going to, you know, another thing I just got thinking about, we notch all of our plates for, come on, our metal plates that cover our electrical and our wiring
yeah.
on our studs, and we'd be able to,
Sorry.
what are those things called?
What
Why can't I remember? The metal things that you pound into a stud.
Protector plate.
The plumber electricians, we always put them on. We don't let them put them on, and because we always recess them into the stud so they're flush with the stud. Yeah, we like to get our studs super clean that way, and I think this would work pretty well because there's different times we've got into knots on wood, and that the chisels and all that just won't cut it. So I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yep.
So I think we should wrap this video up. We just got a couple tools up here, just our sanders. Most of our other tools are the other part of the van, but it's right there. We got a video coming of this XLT planer. So looking forward to that. So this worked out pretty well because I got our different blades, and I think
LXT.
LXT, right?
Yeah, you said XLT, I think.
Oh, who knows? So, okay.
All right.
All right. See yous.